Okay, this is my top 5 Stanley Kubrick films. Number 5 is Lolita. This is about a man who falls for Shelley Winter's character and becomes obsessed with her 14-year-old daughter. And it's originally a novel that Kubrick adapted to a movie, and it came out in 1962. It's in black and white. Peter Sellers is amazing in it. Who else is in it? James Mason, Shelley Winters, and Sue Lyon, who played Lolita. Um, if you're a Kubrick fan and you haven't seen Lolita, check it out. Um, Number 4 for me would be A Clockwork Orange, um, based on a short novel about Alex and his drugs, who decide on a night of ultra violence, which turns bad for Alex, and he gets brainwashed into becoming a good Samaritan again, and then back to being bad again. It's a great novel that was adapted into a movie that definitely still has the power to shock. Malcolm McDowell's amazing. Um, Definitely check this out if you're a Kubrick fan. Um, Number 3 of my Kubrick films has got to be Full Full Metal Jacket. Uh, it's a great movie about the Vietnam War and how someone can be dehumanized and turned into a psycho killer. Um, the film's split into 2 parts. The first part is a training camp where Lee Ernie, who plays a drill instructor, is amazing, and then when they get to Vietnam, people say that's not. People I've heard say is that only the training camp sequence is the best part. I think the whole film is great and one of Kubrick's best. Number 2 Kubrick film for me is Doctor Strangelove, about the communists trying to pollute America's precious bodily fluids. It's great satire, loosely based on a real guy who was like a Doctor Strangelove, about building a doomsday bomb that can end the world. Peter Sellers plays 3 different characters here. Uh, he plays Captain Mandrake, the President, and of course Doctor Strangelove. You've got George C. Scott in there as well. A young George C. Scott, Sterling Hayden, and a very young James L. Jones. Came out in '64. It's almost my favourite Kubrick film, but I think you can guess what my favourite Kubrick film is, and that's 2001: A Space Odyssey. Any of you who hasn't seen it needs to see it. It's so, so he basically collaborated the screenplay with Arthur C. Clarke. It had a lot to do with the beginning of man, and then the beginning of time, alien life, and is there other life out there in the universe? It's a great movie, and it's one of my favorite movies of all time. So post a comment down if you what tell me what your favorite Kubrick films are, and I do own more Kubrick films. This is just my top 5. So post a comment, let me know what you think. Okay, thanks.